What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the Nerd Lounge 2.0. My name is Austin. This is my beautiful, amazing, awesome, perfect, patient, kind, generous, just the most perfect example of human perfection of all time, Ray. We are your friendly neighborhood movie review watch couple, movies and shows, and it is episode 2 of spooky season, and on this episode we're doing a little bit differently. We're going to talk about Tron Ares and all the other Tron movies as well, so a little bit of a different episode this week, but always let us know what horror movies and spooky movies you want us to watch. We will watch and talk about them. And if you guys are not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe on YouTube, follow on Instagram and TikTok. And yeah, let us know what you guys think about the episode and let us know what else we should watch, talk about.
What?
Yeah? Okay. All right. So we are going to talk about Tron Ares a little bit later in the episode, but is there anything else that we watched?
We watched a bunch of movies with the kids. We watched Bad Guys 2 for the first time.
Bad Guys 2.
Sophia made me watch Elio.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's it, though. We had our son for the first time watch Death Becomes Her. Austin only watched half of it last night.
I watched the first half. Finishing it. We'll finish the movie.
I'm trying to think what else. That's it. We watched like Jumanji, the remake Jumanji. We love that one, and the second one of it too, Jumanji Next Level. Yeah. Watched a lot of kid movies. Oh, I watched Moana 2 finally.
Did you watch Moana 2?
I did watch Moana 2. That was kind of dumb.
Those...
She becomes like a demigod at the end.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry. She does. She becomes a demigod at the end.
Oh, I think I've actually heard that. She becomes like some kind of god or something.
Yeah.
Does she really?
Yeah, she like essentially sacrifices herself and the spirits make her a demigod, so.
Oh. So is there going to be like a Moana 3 and she's like the god protector now?
I don't know. It's like her and Maui have teamed up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was cool.
For today's Nerd Breaker, I'm going to give my wife a list of horror movie franchises, and she's going to have to rank them in order based on which franchises have the most movies down to which franchise has the least movies.
Okay.
Okay?
Most to least, yes. Basically. Okay.
Most to least, and some of these movies do share spots. Some of the franchises have the same number of movies.
Okay.
Okay? So the horror movie franchises for the list are Friday the 13th franchise, the Saw movies, Scream, Paranormal Activity, the Conjuring-verse movies, Final Destination, the Chucky movies, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, and Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And just as a little hint, the Nightmare on Elm Street and the Friday the 13th movie both include Freddy vs. Jason.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, let's see. All right. For the first time hearing it, what is your ranking?
Okay. You guys don't be nice. Okay. For my number 1 with the most movies, I put Friday the 13th.
Okay.
For my second spot, I put Saw. For my third spot, I put Halloween. For my fourth spot, I put Final Destination. For my fifth spot, I put Texas Chainsaw Massacre. For my fifth spot, I put Nightmare on Elm Street. For my sixth spot, I put Conjuring. My seventh spot, I put Scream. My ninth spot is Chucky. And my 10th spot is Paranormal Activity.
Okay. All right. Here is the rankings. With 13 movies, Halloween with 12 movies, Friday the 13th.
Okay.
In third place, it's a tie between Saw and Conjuring with 10 movies.
Okay.
Fourth place is a tie between Nightmare on Elm Street and Texas Chainsaw Massacre with 9 movies.
So I got that one. I got those two right, but they're swapped, essentially.
Which ones? The Saw and the Nightmare?
Texas and Chainsaw and Nightmare. I put them in the same spot next to each other. But I put Texas first and Nightmare second.
Oh, but I mean, like
but they're the same one.
They're on the same level in the ranking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fifth place is the Chucky movies with 8 movies. In sixth place is Paranormal Activity with 7 movies. And sharing the last spot, 7th place, is Scream and Final Destination, both with 6 movies.
I was so sure of myself. And I was sure.
You did good on like the first, on like... I thought you would have got like Halloween that has the most.
Well, I put the top 3 in the right spots.
Yes.
So my first was Saw, Halloween, and Final Destination.
You had Friday the 13th,
Saw, and Halloween.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they all.
So you had like the top
movies
in the top spots.
Yeah.
Correct. Majorly or the perfect correct order, but yeah, that was really good. So a lot of really big franchises getting out there, and it seems like more movies are budding out into the list. You know, Terrifier is probably going to have a 4th movie.
Yeah.
things like that. So I hope that they keep making more. I'm excited for the next Scream movie. I know that it's a big deal with the main actresses leaving the project, but I guess we'll see. Moving on to the meat and potatoes of the episode, we're going to talk about, for the first time, Ray and I both watched the first Tron movie. I've never seen it. I've seen bits and pieces of it. Tron Legacy, and then we actually have watched Tron Ares. So pretty awesome to talk about. Pretty excited to talk about it. How did you feel about the first Tron movie?
So, funny story. I thought when Austin was like, "Oh, I love Tron. I love the movie Tron," I thought he was talking about the first one. So he never said like, "Oh, I love Tron Legacy." He would just be like, "I like Tron." So I'm like sitting there and I'm watching it and I'm like, this guy likes this. This is what he's so excited about. And then I kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit. I didn't know what the hell was going on because in my mind because I didn't watch any, I've never watched any of the Tron movies. This is like my first time. I always thought it was like about racing little motorbikes. I didn't know it was like a whole cyber world type of thing. So I'm like watching it and I'm like, this is great. The graphics, terrible. They were terrible.
It's from 1982.
I know. They were so bad, though.
But you got to admit, for 1982.
I give them credit for obviously being ambitious
for
and
being
pulling through.
Super ambitious.
And making it. But...
And it started off like a cult following. People loved, like, there was like a cult following for the first Tron movie.
Yeah, it's okay. Like I said, I got lost in the sauce a lot with what was going on. It seemed very draggy.
Yeah, it kind of, like, the last, like, 40 minutes, I'm like, it probably could have wrapped up.
Yeah.
Like, a little bit quicker. I do agree. But what about young Jeff Bridges, man? He's a freaking hottie.
I'm scared.
Kevin Flynn, man.
I'm scared, of course he's a hottie. But, you know, I mean, he's, in all three of them?
He's in.
So he kept on with the continuance of the Tron Legacy.
The Tron world, yeah.
But you know, I wish there was more for me to say about the first one. If I simply could have just paid attention more. So maybe I have ADHD. Maybe it was too slow for me. But it kind of I don't know. It wasn't as interesting as I hoped it to be. Maybe.
I mean, yeah, I definitely feel like people probably just completely don't buy into it because of the graphics. But watching it, I'm like, dang, this is like very reminiscent of like old school video games.
Well, yeah,
like
you're a
arcade
gamer,
games.
though. Like, that's the other thing.
So for my nerds out there, there's these old game systems called DOS boxes, which is like, I downloaded a bunch of the games of it, and it's like the really old school like 8-bit little like arcade type games, and the graphics is like exactly pulled from that.
See, the more you know.
You know what I mean? So it's like, or it's like, I think that's what it's homaging to, or the DOS box games are homaging from that. I don't know, but it's like, that was like the technology of the time, and that was what they could make it accomplish. And I thought it was cool. And the one thing I will say between like Tron and Tron Legacy is that when you're watching the light cycles, they pretty much keep the same aesthetic of the sound design with like the motorcycle, like all the sounds, stuff like that. So yeah, I super love it. Obviously, Tron Legacy in 2010 or whatever. It says like, I think it was like 15 years later or something like that. So yeah, 2010. Obviously, it's going to be like updated and it's going to look a lot cleaner and cool. But we could have never gotten Tron Legacy if we didn't have Tron. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I loved it.
This is going to be the awesome podcast today.
Why?
Because.
Go ahead.
No, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't know. And I know like probably a lot of people are going to come for me like, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Tron is so great. Like, and I want to reiterate this every time. Like, I didn't grow up playing a bunch of like, you know, video games or like computer games for that matter. That just wasn't like what my childhood upbringing was. I think the one video game I played when we were younger was like Duck Hunt, you know, and I had like a Nintendo 64 for like a little bit because my dad was like, oh, it's like the new game system and I get it for my girls, and you know, but we were always like, oh, like we're gonna go because our cousins live down the street, so we're like, we're gonna go outside and play like hide and go seek with our cousins, you know. We would do dumb play the goddamn Jerry Springer show. We were doing stuff like that. I don't know, weird, I know. But I can see the appeal to, like, people who did play video games and then like seeing the original Tron, then yeah, it does different. It sets differently to different people, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So like before watching Tron Ares, we watched both of the Tron movies, and we went and watched Tron Ares. So
I didn't even talk about Tron Legacy.
Oh, go ahead. You want to talk about it?
I like Tron Legacy. I thought probably because it was just more, I guess, everything happened more a little abruptly.
It definitely just like started.
Yeah.
It just put him in the grid.
Yeah.
Sam, and it just started. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one, I was able to keep my attention for the entirety of the movie. I thought it was great. I thought the storyline was great. No part to me really dragged. Nothing was like slow. I didn't have any questions like where did this guy come from or where did that guy come from. Everything was like perfectly explained. Graphics looked good. The fact that like I guess like it correlates now like me thinking like it's a racing game all this time and then like seeing them that he's in there playing as a game made more sense to me maybe. So also I say that too because I think the first time I ever like seen or heard of Tron was in Wreck-It Ralph. And every time we say Tron, I'm like, hey, Tronny buddy. And Austin's like, I don't remember that part in Wreck-It Ralph. But it's Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet.
It's the second one?
Yeah, I think so.
I've only seen that movie like once or twice. Like twice.
Love that movie. So, second Tron Legacy, thoroughly enjoyed. Would watch again.
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it.
I don't know how, like, if this is like true or not, but I think it's like the movie that pretty much got Daft Punk out of retirement or something like that. Because I don't really know what they were really doing before they made the soundtrack, and then they came and like the Tron Legacy soundtrack is like probably one of the better, if not like one of the top tier movie soundtracks of all time. Super super awesome. And I will say like back on your point of like the pacing, like even like just them talking was interesting.
Yeah.
Because of obviously like the visuals and everything around them, but it's also because like the dialogue is also interesting, and it's like it's furthering the story versus just like mindless exposition and stuff like that.
And I think I can appreciate it too, is because like I feel like when you watch these movies where it's like, oh, guy meets girl, guy has to save girl, they like automatically fall in love, and they're like at the end, and oh my god, he saved me, but I really like saved him. We like saved each other. It wasn't all that. They were just like, they just like rode off into the sunset, and like even at the point where like you think they're gonna kiss at the end, they don't kiss. He's just like, I want to show you something, and he takes her like see the sunset. So I thought that was nice, but yeah, I respect that because sometimes I get a little sick of seeing like
everything is a mindless romance.
Yeah, it's like okay, well, I knew he was gonna fall in love with her type of thing. Like there was no kissing. It was basically just like, now she's gone, now he's gone, now that person's gone, now this person's gone, now we gotta go save this person. So I liked it. Okay.
What'd you think about Tron becoming Rensler becoming Tron?
I thought it was interesting. I will say, like, because I watched it twice, so the first time watching it, I was a little confused, and I was like...
First time watching Tron Legacy?
Yeah. You're talking about Tron Legacy, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
That's
what I was going to say, yeah. But I was like, okay. That's, like, an interesting take on it. I thought it was a good idea, because essentially it's, like, what, you're, like, fighting yourself, but, like, also, like, fighting something that you've created, essentially?
Well, Tron was the security program, and then Clue rewrote him. And then he, like, at the very end, he, like, went against his programming and, like, became Tron again.
Yeah, so...
So, yeah, he was kind of, like, having an inner battle.
Yeah. Sorry, 2 seconds again. Shit.
No problem. You need me to get your tissues?
No. Okay. So, yeah, I thought that was a hot take. Good take. Cool take. An amazing take.
Yeah.
Different. I've never seen that. Well, I mean, we've seen it in movies. We've seen, like, clones fighting themselves, but...
Oh, sure.
But, like, something you create. Well, we've also seen that too. But something you've created, but it's you. But it's like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so.
You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah, you have like a linear destiny that it's like written out for you, and then you're kind of going against that.
Yeah. So, I thought it was good.
Yeah, no, Tron Legacy is awesome. I love that movie. Watched it in theaters when I was like, I don't know, if it was 2010, I was like 20. Watching it, I'm like, oh, dude, yeah. I'm like that kid.
That now.
I'm like that still.
He's like that now. He's like, we're like watching movies. Like,
even just watching Tron Ares, I was like, oh.
He's like, dude, that's sick. Like in a movie theater. I'm like, Austin, shut up.
Well, the Tron movies, regardless, they gotta be visual experiences in the theaters, man.
Whatever. We were supposed to go see it in
4DX.
4DX, but we didn't do it.
No, not this time. But
We were pretty lame this weekend.
yeah, not too much going on. But all right, so that's kind of our review recap of Tron and Tron Legacy. So let's move right on into Tron Ares.
Okay.
All right. So we'll do open discussion on Tron Ares. I just have a few talking points here so we don't get lost and so that we don't forget to talk about anything.
Okay.
Yeah, just open discussion, Tron Ares.
Anything and everything?
Do you want to do a rating?
Do you want to do a rating?
Sure.
I'm down to do a rating.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Set? Okay, good. 7.
8 out of 10.
I give it a 7.
Yeah, like people are like actively like crapping all over this movie. This is not like a craptacular movie. Like, I don't know all the story about Jared Leto. Apparently everyone on the internet says he's a cult leader. I don't know. I think he's a good actor.
I like Jared Leto, but I'm getting tired of seeing the same Jared Leto. And what I mean by that is that the only time I did not see Jared Leto be Jared Leto is in Suicide Squad.
Because he's like actively changed his
but
appearance.
even like in Morbius, I kind of like soft, like, well, like, we have to save the world, like, you know, that kind of like soft, somber, like, you know.
Yes.
The voice, I get it, like, that's you as a character. There's plenty of actors who obviously play the same same type of persona. Yeah. And I don't know, I guess I was just hoping for a bit more for him. Yeah. The acting seemed like a little...
No, I mean, I don't disagree with you at all. Like, there's a Netflix movie with Jared Leto called The Outsider that I love, where he's like the white guy who becomes like a Yakuza in Japan. And it's like very similar to that. He's like the kind of like really soft spoken, and he's like, just, you know, trying to be intimidating, but, you know, and then between Morbius and now between this, and like the one thing I will say about Tron Ares is that like he is a program, he is supposed to be kind of emotionless, but I guess maybe people are, I don't know, kind of over that. But I will say, what did you think about the part where they're like riding that hovercraft and across like that, like the digital water, and he's like talking and he's sounding human and he's like making jokes and stuff like that. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I thought that was great, but also let's also like go back to Morbius. Like, he's essentially like this super smart guy and he's dying, but he's laying on a bed cracking jokes with Martine. It's like it's the same. It's the same, you know, character, essentially. It's like I can give this much without giving you guys too much, and you guys will still be okay with it. You know?
Yeah.
Like I said, I do like Jared Leto. He's great. You know, very attractive man. Liked him more in Suicide Squad, but also I wanted more. I guess, or even maybe when he became like human, I wanted more depth from him, not just like, oh, I'm in this country, I don't think everyone's ready to meet me yet, so I'm gonna write you this letter, and when I'm ready to introduce myself to the world. Introduce yourself to the world for who? Because now you're not even a computer anymore, you're human.
No, he's just permanent.
He's just permanent? Oh, so he is still a computer?
He's still digital. It's like in the end of Tron Legacy where he brings
what's her name?
Olivia Wilde, Cora out. Whatever her like genome is still the same. He's just, remember how he only had the 29-minute window?
That doesn't make any sense.
They just unwrote that, so they just made him, he's just permanent in the world now.
So what if he needs to upgrade? Does he have to upgrade himself?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
What does he, does he eat? Does he age? Does he sleep? Does he have organs? I don't know.
Yeah.
What is his body? Is his, you know, like, yeah. Does he have skin?
Essentially, if you're still a computer just living in a world full of humans, which is, they literally call it AI. Yeah. What happens when system failure happens? What happens when you get a bug? You know what? You know. Yeah. So what happens?
Does he get a virus?
Yeah. It's like him getting a cold. You know, like what? Because I thought it just like rewrites them as like somehow human. Call me stupid, but no, that's what I thought.
I feel like a regular, not, you know.
Because the girl,
I feel like anyone would think.
She was like, when you die, like, you're like, this is your last time dying. And I feel like that's only something that someone who is human can relate to. Because if you're essentially an AI computer, then you could be rewritten. And
Yeah.
that world still exists.
So I wonder. Yeah, I guess that's true because if.
And I'm sure you guys will school me on this because you love to.
Well, yeah. Let us know in the comments. I mean, I don't know. That's a good point. Like, if he died of natural causes, of whatever causes, would he just redigitize himself
Like, yeah.
in the world?
What's her name? Does she have like a chip of him that she can just like?
Who? Kim?
Yeah, that she can just like remake him. You know? So
She probably has some kind of coding for him. Dillinger
Yeah.
does. Dillinger just rewrites him. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Visuals. I thought the visuals were really good. Sound.
Yeah, the
was
visuals
really
were
good.
sick, dude. That first like motorcycle chase scene
Mhm.
on the freeways and stuff, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I did love like the all the digital world stuff too. I didn't expect her to get pulled into the digital world. I thought it was gonna be mostly in the real world,
Yeah.
based on like the trailers and stuff.
They're trying to get like the code to what make
The permanence code
to make
the
trees.
digital world permanent,
But
because
she-
they digitized that tree.
Hey.
It was a digital tree, and the permanence code doesn't let it die in 29 minutes or whatever it is. So
Interesting.
now Ares wants to become permanent. Yeah.
Which makes no sense. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know because Evan Peters was Dillinger. No.
Yes,
Okay.
grandson. I
Okay.
think.
Dillinger's grandson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, even he was like, oh, like if you don't follow protocol, you'll be erased, and he never erased him. He knew Ares was not doing what he wanted him to do.
Yeah.
So why didn't you erase him from your computer? Or does he need to be in the digital world for him to be erased?
No, because he dropped that freaking bomb that like deleted everything and it like
Yeah, so
fried
it's
like
like
Encom servers.
You're threatening him and threatening him and threatening him. I'm gonna erase you. I'm gonna erase you.
It should just be a click of a
And you
button.
just should have been like, dude, you're not listening. Boom.
Right.
Like, you know, even when he ran off to get the permanence code,
With Kim on the
Yeah.
hovercrafts and stuff, he probably
Yeah.
I don't know.
and yet you sent someone else after him.
Because, like,
and
if you-
made them master.
Yeah, like if you really think about it, him at the keyboard and then you see like the digital world, like that's all on his keyboard. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So he literally could have just been like Tron Ares program delete,
Yeah.
and it probably would have just erased him completely.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then you wouldn't have a sick action sequence. Hey, that hovercraft sequence with like the water like splashing behind him, that was sick. That stuff was awesome. And then that was like the first time Jared Leto was kind of like talking human. I was like, but I was also kind of confused. I was like, I don't know. He went from like deleting people to like I want to be permanent, and now I'm just gonna follow Kim. And
Well, he was getting little. I think.
Was he getting glimpses
I
of-
think that was not his first time, obviously, or his first couple times being rewritten. He probably had been rewritten over and over and over again, and every time he gets rewritten, he gets a glimpse of humanity. He gets, you know,
that is true.
he gets like he's in the computer, sees people's stuff,
Mhm.
you know.
When he was talking about like the
memories.
rain,
Yeah.
he's like I almost felt it, and it's like it seems like he's
Yeah.
feeling more humanism.
So just
Yeah.
like with like iRobot, essentially.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's the only thing that's like super scary is like all this stuff basically exists,
the AI stuff.
and the limit of beyond its reach is so vast that any of this can happen any day. You know, it just depends on whose hands it's in. And right now,
Yeah.
we're not in good hands.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. So.
That was
But-
off topic.
No, but it's really not off topic because like this, he literally is saying like AI soldiers and like AI warfare and stuff like that. Like it's, you know, it literally like this is a little bit of like getting pretty real of a conversation, but it's probably within our lifetime.
I would hope not.
I would hope not too.
I would hope not. It's in my lifetime. I don't hope it's not in our kids' lifetime. I don't hope it's not in our grandkids' lifetime.
Well, I don't
Which
disagree.
is a long time.
Yeah, it's a lot of lifetimes, but
it's scary.
Yeah.
But essentially, like I said, I give it a 7 out of 10. I thought it was okay. Would I watch it again? Yeah, I think I would definitely pay more attention to it because sometimes even when I'm in a movie theater, I get super easily distracted even though there's like a huge screen in front of my face.
yeah.
And I'm like, should I take notes on this? Or let me go get candy?
Yeah, we do be
or
taking
I want
notes.
popcorn, or I want a drink. I gotta go to the bathroom.
True.
So maybe when it comes streaming onto Disney, I'll sit down and like watch every little,
Yes.
big piece of it.
I definitely would. Like as soon as it comes on streaming, I'm definitely gonna sit down and watch Tron Legacy, and Tron Ares in a row, because I don't think that Tron Ares is a direct sequel. I think people are saying more of a reboot. Like in the verse, in the Tron verse, you know.
I did like when Ares went into the Tron game to get the code.
Oh,
that part was great.
Yeah, and that's when he met Flynn.
Yeah, and Flynn he asked Flynn like, and "Do you exist?" And he's like, "I only exist because you exist."
He was like a god. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty much like God. Yeah.
Those great little moments. Definitely glad they brought Flynn back into this movie. If they didn't, then I would have been like, "This is stupid," kind of.
Yeah.
But finding a way to make it kind of like all connect and flow still was a good way of doing it that way. But what happened to Flynn's son? Did he die?
I know, because I think he gets like name dropped a few times.
Yeah.
I don't know. So if he's in this universe, then where is Sam and where is Cora?
Yeah.
Or is it like a weird in between? But like if Flynn is like dead inside the game, he only died after the events of Tron Legacy.
Right.
So if it's like somehow before Tron Legacy or like during Tron Legacy or something like that.
That wouldn't make sense.
You know. Yeah, I don't know. I did like the fact that like there was like the Dillinger grid and the Encom grid.
Yeah.
You know, and then they like cross servers like that. Like all that stuff was really interesting. Like the whole like cyber warfare and things like that. The digital soldiers. It was super cool. But yeah, I don't think it didn't blow me away, but it definitely kept me entertained.
Yeah, it's an entertaining movie. The telltale of all these movies, when they like the ones like Tron and what was the other one? Like even Jurassic Park, Rebirth. The telltale of, for me, and this is just pertaining to me and me only, if it's a great movie, my kids are excited to watch it. If they're excited to watch it, I'm like, okay, you've kept a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old entertained for 2 hours with barely saying a word. You've done a great job, because it's hard to keep children's attention spans. Mm-hmm. So they'll watch it. And then if my son's like, I'm gonna go talk to my friends, I'm like, oh well,
lost him.
My daughter, I'm gonna go make a cardboard dinosaur. Oh well, dang.
I don't know. I mean, I wonder if I could see that happening with this movie. Maybe, you know. I feel like Marcel would be into it.
There's some great moments, but there's also a lot of dead moments, in my opinion. Like when they are driving on the car in the freeway, and he's like talking about the sister, and you know. That kind of felt like they were like, we need to put this moment in here of like their connection, so that when we get to this point in the movie of them being at the office and him trying to go into Tron, Ares trying to go into Tron, it makes it more of a moment like, I need to save my friends. My friends are relying on me, but it's like, you guys just met.
Yeah.
You guys just met.
And he only wants to save her because of permanence code.
Right. And he was like, no, he didn't kill you, which he had the option to. Mm-hmm. But also, if he cared, he would have been like, at that point when he knew that they were going to take you and put you in the game when they were on the dock, he would have been like, you need to go that way. Don't go this way. You need to go that way. You know, instead of trying to, you know, do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like they just put that moment in there just to make like the ending more like, my friend. Yeah. He's my friend.
And especially because it's like Jared Leto, I feel like he's not going to stay the villain throughout.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was kind of a giveaway. So
he turned pretty non-villainous pretty quick.
Pretty quick. Yeah, it was definitely pretty abrupt. But like the more we talk about it, the more you're like, hey, like he was getting the glimpses of like humanity, and like he wanted to stay in the real world.
Even the girl,
Athena,
yeah, she had the same thing where she touched the ring, and I was like, is she going to be like, I understand his reasoning why now. And so instead of me fighting you, let's fight him together, and we can all achieve,
fight
permanence. Dillinger? Yeah. We can all achieve permanence, because why follow the commands of someone else when, you know, I thought that's where it was going to go. Maybe that's why they didn't do it, because it was predictable. But I feel like that would have been a better route for that. And then Dillinger goes into the cyber world.
Yeah, and then he gets pulled, and then he gets digitized. So it's like they're leading that into a sequel, but they couldn't just make a direct sequel from Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
Like I think this movie should have been the exact end of Tron Legacy as the exact beginning of the next movie.
Yeah.
So, but what about like the music? 9 Inch Nails original score this time instead of Daft Punk, following in their footsteps.
Pretty good.
It definitely matched the aesthetic.
Yeah.
I don't think it was anything spectacular.
Also, I must say really quick, when Ares is chasing Kim they're in the Tron cycles. I'm gonna call them Tron cycles.
They're light cycles.
Light cycles.
Light
I was close.
Yeah.
I was close. They were driving quite slow.
It's probably because they're not designed to be in the real world, though.
The other girl was driving fast on hers before.
Who? Athena?
Athena.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you mean in what part? In the first chase scene?
When
they're chasing her down on the freeway?
Yeah, and then like right before they get to the dock.
Mm.
That part. When they're going like through the street and she's like, "Come on, come at me." And they're like bumping into each other.
Oh.
Like when they were driving, it looked real like
not.
And maybe because it wasn't in the cyber world, I can see that makes sense, but it was like I feel like I was watching someone ride like a bicycle with training wheels. I'm so serious.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, the music is really good. It definitely fits the universe, the Tron universe. Do I think it's better than the Daft Punk soundtrack? No, but it's still pretty good. Does this movie deserve the hate?
I haven't read what the hate is, so I wouldn't know what the hate is to say it deserves the hate.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that if you're going into it thinking that it's as good as Tron Legacy, then I could understand where the letdown could be. Because it's been 15 years?
I think it's been like 15 years. Yeah, since the last one.
I mean, and I feel like that happens a lot with these remakes, is that like you have 10 years and 20 years sometimes, and you have this huge opportunity to really do something good with the film and make it unique, and it kind of ends up falling on that same line, I guess.
Yeah, the story was like pretty basic.
Yeah, cyber security system built,
evil tech bad guy.
One of them wants to live in the real world, it's yeah. So I could see,
Mm-hmm.
but the point of the matter is that they tried.
Yeah,
That's
true.
all that matters.
Do you think it fits well into the Tron universe?
I'm gonna say yes and no.
Yeah, I agree. I felt a little disjointed.
Yeah, I feel like I guess we always ask ourselves, do you think this is a standalone? Like, if you didn't watch the other Trons, would you know what Tron is, essentially?
That's a good question.
If I didn't watch, I mean, yeah, because they say what it is. No, they don't, actually. They just say it's a security system. Yeah. Well, then, yeah.
Yeah. Dylan's your security system, cyberspace, whatever.
But did he call his security system actually Tron? That's what I don't think he did. I don't think at any point he said, "This is my security system named Tron."
Oh, well, no, because he's not Tron, he's Ares.
Right. But Tron initially was the base of the security system. So to call this movie Tron Ares when Tron is not mentioned, but it's like, I guess
I agree with that.
From the birth of Tron, a continuance, but without it being said, then I would go into this movie saying, who is Tron? I never figured out who Tron is, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless I missed something. If I missed something in the movie, let me know. But I guess that would be the only question if I just came into watching this movie and not the other ones.
Yeah, I can see that. It's called Tron Ares, but there's not really a Tron.
An explanation.
Yeah, he kind of becomes like Tron when he gets like the blue suit and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, all in all, decent. Recommended theaters?
For the visuals.
Yeah, it's like for the visuals and the music alone. It's like, if you guys think you can live without that, or find it at a cheaper theater or something, but that's
go
pretty
to
much.
A matinee.
Yeah, go to a matinee. See it the first show in the morning and call it a good thing. But yeah, so. The last thing before we move on is, do you want to take a guess at the Rotten Tomato score for Tron Ares?
Tron Ares? Sure.
I'm going to guess critics score like 71.
Okay.
Audience score, I'm going to say audience score like 57.
Okay. I'm going to go critic score 65.
Okay.
And I'm going to go audience score 53.
Okay, let's see. Critic score for Tron Ares 57% and audience score 87%.
Okay.
So I'm glad it has a high audience score.
Yeah.
Because that, I think there's certain people that, I've watched a lot of like really like big name movie review podcasters on TikTok and YouTube and stuff, and no one has really had a single good thing to say about these movies. And then I just watched I've seen a lot of people with like really smaller followings, like 100 followers, less than 100 followers, less than 1,000 followers, and they all have really great things to say about it. So, it's a toss up. But we'll also check Tron. The original Tron has a critic score of 60% and an audience score of 69%. So that's cool. Tron Legacy has a critic score of 51% and an audience score of 64%. So that's a hard disagree with me. I disagree with that completely. I think the audience score should be like 90% on that one. But yeah, that's our little Rotten Tomato scores for Tron Ares, Tron Legacy, and Tron. So what do you guys think about it? What is your guys' opinion about it? Have you guys watched it? Do you guys recommend it? Did you have a good time watching it? How do you feel about it? Let us know in the comments.
Hot take segment, obviously.
Hot take segment. Here we go.
Austin doesn't introduce things. I only have one.
Okay.
This is a hot take that says Halloween should have never been a franchise.
Yeah, I mean, it should have not gone on this long.
I agree with that.
I'll tell you that. Should have not gone on this long. I'll tell you that right now.
I can agree with you with that.
I'm okay with it being like, maybe, yeah, like if the second and like third movies, I don't even think I've seen all the Halloween movies.
Well, now we have to watch.
We should probably watch some Halloween movies, but no, yeah, I mean, the first one was just like a really classic cult horror movie that it probably could have just like stayed like that and been like forever renowned.
I think they could have did a good solid like 4. I guess like strong 4 movies.
Yeah.
Maybe 5, but they pushed it definitely beyond the grave.
Yeah.
For sure.
I agree with that part, yeah. So, definitely a great classic horror first movie. Yeah. Definitely like a Halloween time, like October classic, like watch it on Halloween in the dark with popcorn. Great. Perfect. Have a great time.
Yeah.
But then there's like 12 more movies and they made a whole new re-trilogy, which was just weird. I don't know, man. So, but yeah, I can get on board with that.
Me too.
Here's some movie hot takes from an online blog. It's called /film, www./film.com. And I'm just going to go through a couple of these, and we're just going to talk about them, see how we feel about them. The first one, literally the first one that pops up, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is the best MCU movie, and it's not even close.
No. No.
I don't know. That's just like a rage bait.
That is a rage bait.
That's
just absolutely not the best MCU movie. No.
It's not the best MCU movie. It's not even I don't think it's the best Guardians movie.
Yeah, it's definitely not my favorite Guardians movie by far.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I can strongly disagree with that.
Here's one that will get the Star Wars fans mad, which I think a lot of people already know where I'm going with this, but Star Wars The Last Jedi is the best Star Wars movie, and you guys have to deal with it. So I personally love The Last Jedi. I'm going to get my wife to watch all the Star Wars movies because she has not watched them.
If we can hit 800 subscribers on YouTube by the end of October, and if we can hit, this is going to be steep, it's going to be real steep, 800 followers on TikTok by our anniversary, which is November 26th.
Like Thanksgiving.
Then I will watch every single Star Wars movie. I will watch every single Star Wars show.
Dang.
That's pretty steep.
That's on the record, man.
That's on record.
You guys, if you guys want her to get freaking Star Wars'd up,
but you have to you have to subscribe and not unsubscribe. And you also have to follow and not unfollow.
Yes.
Okay, that is the deal.
All right.
And I will come on here and make my whole little video about it.
Next one. Lilo and Stitch is better than all the Disney classic originals.
False.
Yeah.
Good storyline.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, great meaning behind it, but it is definitely not the best. No.
I personally don't see the hype with Lilo and Stitch.
Mulan. Pocahontas.
Tarzan.
Cinderella, nah. Sleeping Beauty, nah. Snow White, nah. But the other ones.
Beauty and the Beast?
Beauty and the Beast, yeah.
Little Mermaid?
Love Little Mermaid. But absolutely false, fake news.
Good movie, but I don't get the hype with it, to be honest, man.
Yeah, it's okay. It's definitely not like my top go-to like watches.
I don't even think it's in like my top 10 Disney animated classics. No,
Mm.
to be honest. All right, this will be the last one, and we'll do some more next episode as well. Filmmakers should never, ever, under any circumstance, listen to what fans want.
Then what's the point of making the film?
Because it's like straying away from like what the filmmaker's design was.
Yeah, but if you are a filmmaker and you have a certain design, if you want to make films for free, based on what you want, go ahead, keep it on YouTube, keep it on a free Tubi or whatever the case is. But if you want a movie that people are going to enjoy and watch, then I think it's okay to obviously take some criticism from the fans, because sometimes even with film writers, you get so distracted within your own thought that you forget who these films are made for, right? And so if, for instance, like even like with the whole Tron Ares movie, it's like, oh, we thought it was going to go this way, but it went that way. If those little tweaks would have been made by people who indulge in those movies and are huge fans, the feedback would have been more positive.
Yeah, I guess. But then I feel like one of the reasons for this actual take is fans will never be satisfied.
I think to a certain
like, what
extent,
if like the fans were literally
name
like
a movie that was made that you were fully satisfied watching as a fan.
I don't know, the Lord of the Rings movies?
Right. They ticked all your boxes.
Yeah.
Right? And then
the
people
first
said,
Matrix movie?
And they didn't go beyond a certain point because they probably felt like this is the line of story we can go. But we can come out with a show to further the story. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even like with Game of Thrones. Even like with The Witcher, but that's like, that fell off for different reasons. But it just gets to a certain point where it's like, you as a consumer of the movies have good input into what you would expect to see.
Yeah.
You know, but also everyone's different, so you can't take every fan's opinion.
Yeah.
But maybe ones that are like, oh, if this happened in this placement, or this person met that person at this point, then that would have like made sense. Or you guys get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. Like plot hole wise and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like people are just always gonna want a certain thing, and then get upset when it doesn't go out that way. And then even when they say, "Hey, do it this way," and then do it that way, I think they're gonna find a way to be upset about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there was a movie that like, for instance, I liked The Little Mermaid. The remake. I didn't have a problem with it. Austin disagrees. The only thing I didn't like is the Scuttlebutt song. I can agree with that.
Yeah, don't give Scuttle a song.
Austin doesn't like the actress. He doesn't like the song. I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem with the bird.
With Scuttle.
With Scuttle, but I did have a problem with the song. Only thing I would be like, hey, like, maybe not next time do a song like that, because it wasn't that great of a song. But also, this movie was intended for children.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
But also, you're making a remake of a movie that we watched as children
as
and
kids,
now we're adults.
And you have to cater to both audiences.
Yeah, but that was a movie that I didn't have a lot of gripes with. They probably, wrote it, rewrote it, revised it. People looked it over, got input, got output, did whatever before they're like, okay, this is right. And sometimes filmmakers are just like, no, this is my vision. This is what I want. I'm going to do what I want. And it ends up horribly.
I mean, yeah, I think an example of that is literally Captain America: Brave New World. And Suicide Squad was like a victim of like reshoots and rewrites and all that stuff too. So that it could be detrimental or it could have a good effect. Morbius was like rewrites and reshoots and like pushed back. A movie called The New Mutants was like rewrites and reshoots and it was pushed back and back and back. So, and those movies didn't do well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but what do you guys think? Should the fans have a word in the say of the final product of the filmmaker's dream, or should they just sit down, be quiet, and watch the movie? I don't know. Oh, before we finish, question of the day Because Tron is like a story where people get trapped in a digital world. If you were trapped in any fictional world and you had to find a way to escape from it, what fictional world would you want to be trapped in?
Fictional world?
Yes. Like if you were trapped in like a fictional book world or a fantasy world or something like that.
The Avenger world.
The Avenger world?
Yes.
But you can be a victim of all the world destructions.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
As Chris Evans, Captain America without a shirt on. Hulk jumping around.
Throwing people through buildings.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
You know, driving in his Audi.
Avenger world. Okay.
I think I would probably die pretty peacefully if I got taken.
Peacefully? A good giant building smashing out? I guess it would be quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
yeah, I'm going Dragon Ball Z world because Dragon Ball Z is my jam. I love Dragon Ball Z. As always, guys, my name is Austin. This is my beautiful, amazing, awesome, perfect, forgiving wife, Ray.
Unforgiving today.
We are your friendly neighborhood movie review watch couple, movies and shows. Let us know what movie we should watch next time. And, just keep it going with the comments, keep it going with the likes and the subscribes and everything like that. We love you guys. And as always, stay nerdy.